The character, let's try to find out what we understand by character, leadership character. Leadership character has three components. First is virtues, virtue, যেটাকে আমরা বাংলায় সম্ভবত গুণ বা ধর্ম বলি, courtesy, compassion, creativity, caring, cleanliness অথবা organized, curiosity, courage, all these virtues. This is one part of character. Second part is character traits. What kind of person you are? Are you bossy or are you brave? Are you charming or are you boring? Clever, clumsy, confident? Are you curious, energetic, friendly, greedy, grumpy, crazy, helpful, silly, shy, responsible, picky? You know what is picky? That always on the buldore, naughty, mean. So these are leadership, these are character traits. I'm not saying any one of you, all of them. There are some of the characters you have, like character traits. So virtues, traits, and then values. What kind of things actually is a value or values to you? Honesty. Do you value honesty? Do you value trust, growth, achievement, faith? Are you open-hearted person? Are you rule-bound person? Do you have integrity? All these things are values. So let's learn here, note it down, that character has three parts: virtues, traits, and values. These three things included make your character. So
আকবর ভাই, ভার্চুর জায়গাটা যদি আরেকটু এক্সপ্লেইন করতেন আমাদের সুবিধার জন্য।
Virtue, you can say, is a kind of qualities. So আমরা বলি না অক্সিজেনের এই ধর্ম, হাইড্রোজেনের এই ধর্ম. These are kind of, you can say, qualities, right? What kind of qualities you have? Some sort of qualities that other people also can see. Of course, it's অনেক সময় আপনার মনে প্রশ্ন আসতে পারে, এগুলোতে অনেক সময় মনে হচ্ছে কনফিউজিং. Trait, values, virtues. The virtues mostly a kind of like quality, that exhibiting quality. I know these are very close: traits, virtues, and values. So let's get to the leadership character capacities. First of all is attachment. So attachment, how you can attach with the people. অনেক সময় দেখবেন যখন মানুষ কারো কাছ থেকে নেগলিজেন্স পায়, কষ্ট পায়, সাথে সাথে তার কাছ থেকে দূরে চলে আসে, right? Withdraw themselves from those people. But the great people, they want to win those people, and they retry and retry and retry. They work with attachment. So আমাদের রাসূলুল্লাহ সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি সাল্লামকে এবং অন্যান্য সাধু সন্ন্যাসীকে দেখতেন যে মানুষ পাথর ছুঁড়ে দিয়েছে, because they didn't like their ideas. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam still tried in a kind way to attach with that person. So people are not island. People have to be together. যে আমাদের Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam কে পৃথিবীতে পাঠানো হয়েছে to preach people. জিসাসকে পাঠানো হয়েছে, মোসেসকে পাঠানো হয়েছে. But the thing is that আল্লাহ তাআলা চাইলে ডিরেক্ট মেসেজ সবাইকে পাঠাতে পারতেন, বাট আল্লাহ তাআলা এইভাবে পাঠিয়েছেন, এটাই দেখিয়েছেন যে we have to lead each other, we have to be attached to each other. Then separation. What is separation? এখন আপনার কাছে কনফিউজিং মনে হতে পারে, এখনই অ্যাটাচমেন্ট শিখালেন, এখন আবার সেপারেশন বলতেছেন যে ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা ক্যাপাসিটিস. সেপারেশন মানে হচ্ছে যে বাউন্ডারিটা মেনটেন করা. আমি আপনাকে কতটুকু অ্যাক্সেস দিব টু মাই ইনফরমেশন, এন্ড কতটুকু আপনার যাওয়া উচিত, কোন বাউন্ডারিটা ক্রস করা উচিত নয়. আমাদের প্রত্যেকটা জায়গায় বাউন্ডারি আছে. যেমন আল্লাহ তাআলা আদম হাওয়াকে কেন শাস্তি দিয়েছেন? বিকজ দে ক্রস দ্য বাউন্ডারি. They were given lots of opportunities, but they were told not to cross the boundary, but they did the cross boundary. এই যে বাউন্ডারিটা হচ্ছে, তারা ওই যে ফলটা খাওয়া উচিত ছিল না, তাদেরকে বলা হয়েছে no. So, and also you have to remind people the boundary. What is reminding people the boundary? When people are crossing boundary, you have to tell them stop. You are not gonna talk about this, or you are not gonna. And you have to also, you have to learn to say no. বেশিরভাগ people আমরা no বলতে পারি না, কারণ yes বলা সহজ, no বলা খুবই কঠিন। পৃথিবীতে সবচেয়ে কঠিন কাজ হচ্ছে no বলা। আপনাকে no বলা শিখতে হবে। When it is necessary, you have to learn to say no. So, and also আপনি দেখবেন another thing, কিছু people suffer করে ফ্যামিলির মধ্যে, কোম্পানির মধ্যে, অলওয়েজ মনে করে যে আমার কাজ হচ্ছে শুধু দেয়া। No, আমার কাজ শুধু দেয়া না, আমার কাজ নেওয়াও। If you want to be a great leader, you have to learn how to give and you have to learn how to receive, because you have to remind people that they have to do their job. You will do everything in your capacity to help them, but they have to do their job and to give back what you are giving. So ফ্যামিলিতেও দেখবেন এই জন্য ডিপ্রাইভড হয়। বড় ভাই করতে 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 অনেক কিছু করে ফেলেছে, ফেরেশতা হয়ে গেছে, পরবর্তী দেখা গেল যে বড় ভাইয়ের কিছু নাই, বিকজ বড় ভাই ইজ হিজ ফল্ট, বিকজ বড় ভাই শুধু দিয়েছে কিন্তু সে অন্যদেরকে দেয়ানো শেখায় নাই। You have to tell people, remind people that this is a Quran, Hadith, Bible everywhere আছে। আমি কোনো কিছু সেলফিশনেস শেখাচ্ছি না আপনাকে, আমি শেখাচ্ছি যে you have to remind people boundary. Hey, you are crossing boundary. Or people are talking about you, that they can talk about you, but minimum level. After a certain point, you have to say that, hey, this is my private conversation. I'm not allowing you to do that. Also in organization, hey, you are crossing the boundary. তোমাকে দেওয়া হয়েছে এতটুকু break, you are taking extra, you are cheating the company, you are crossing the boundary, and you have to say no. So this is the two important qualities you have to learn how to separate. And also you have to learn that you are different, they are different, we are different, but we have to work together and we have to respect each other differences. Okay, God loves differences, diversity. That's why God created. God পৃথিবীর সব মানুষকে একই চেহারার, একই কালারের, একই সাইজের, একই বিদ্যা বুদ্ধি দিয়ে সৃষ্টি করতে পারতেন, but God loves diversity, because God knows that if there is no diversity, the world is not going to be beautiful. Okay, so the boundary, saying no, and also the respecting the difference, these are called separation. So আমি আপনাদেরকে আসলে সেপারেট হইতে শিখাই নাই, but this is important qualities. Then integration. When there is a problem, কিছু মানুষ দেখবেন যে and they get nervous, they withdraw themselves and they run away. But you have to see the opportunities in integration. So you have to integrate. So you have to see opportunities in problems. So you have to learn how to integrate. And on the other hand, in your team, everybody is not the same, what we discuss in separation. So the power of integration is an important quality of your character. Attaching, separating when necessary. Separating means you have to learn to give and you have to learn to take. Please, you have to balance give and take. Do not only give, do not only take. It has to be balanced. Okay, and you have to integrate with everything. This is what I have in the company, in the department, and I have to make the best use of this. We disagree on certain things, but we still have to be agreeable. Agreeable means we have to respect each other, we have to like each other, we have to come in the middle ground, so that we can really come in the middle ground when we are discussing. Then adulthood. Adulthood arekta ortho hocche maturity. When things happen, something you don't like, something it didn't attract you, please just don't be weird, or don't take yourself out from there. Use your wisdom. So the more people gather wisdom, the more, through the experience, through the study, through meeting people, through the learn, they become adult. আমরা যে অ্যাডাল্ট মনে করেছি এতদিন, 18 বছর বয়স হলেই 19 বছর বয়স হলে মেয়েদেরকে বিয়ে দেওয়া যাবে, 23 বছর বয়সে ছেলেদেরকে বিয়ে দেওয়া যাবে, because they become adult. That's the government definition of adulthood. No, that's not adulthood. There I saw a lot of people in 50 years old, they are not adult yet, but 4 or 5 years old, they are very very much adult. যেমন আমার son, আমার সান কখনোই বড়দের জিনিস আননেসেসারি কখনো ধরবে না। আমার ডাইনিং টেবিলের উপর আমি কম্পিউটার একদম খোলা অবস্থায় রেখে চলে যাই। আমার সান, my son doesn't touch it. He knows that this is not my area. I really have to respect the boundary. I taught him and he respected. He will never touch my daughter's 13 years old daughter's thing without the permission. Even sometimes I saw he's waiting all day long for my daughter to come from the school to get something, because he understand that he has to really respect the boundary, and that's called maturity. Maturity doesn't come with the age. Age is a number. Maturity comes with experience, through thinking and through knowledge. Maturity comes. So please make sure that you are maintaining this 4 character capacities. This is very important, and I'm pretty sure many of you are learning something completely new today about the character definition. And leaders, if their character is not strong, they are not going to be leader. So leadership is actually character in action. যে ভার্চুস গুলো আমরা পড়েছি, এই ভার্চু গুলো যখন সব একসাথে কাজ করে, দ্যাট ইজ কল লিডারশিপ। আমি এখনো আপনাকে ফর্মাল ডেফিনেশন দিব না। I want you to understand and experience leadership definition, and I will give you definition at the end of the class, but I want you to discover the definition of leadership. So these all characters you got here is that all character capacities and components, these all comprise included make a character. So when you are saying no to someone, when necessary, when you are telling that person, hey, you are crossing the boundary, I'm not going to give you that, you are not becoming selfish. You are using your wisdom. But of course, don't deprive others. Please don't cheat others. But when necessary, you have to stop people, because giving and taking have to be balanced. With your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your neighbors, with your friends. Don't just only give. They have to do their part. That's why God created us. So there are character values statements. Before I get there, I want to tell you that 4 dimension of character, that you have to be authentic. What you are doing, you have to believe that that's correct, and you have to show what you believe. Don't fake it. A lot of leaders, managers do that. Fake it until you make it. Pretend. No, that's not right. Self-management. So you will gradually learn is that leaders first manage themselves before they manage their team or organization. Humility. Leader always look for a common ground. First, when they find a common ground, they put their team members in the higher ground. Leader কখনো extra credit নেয় না। দেখবেন বাস যেটা যত লম্বা হবে তত নুয়ে যায়। Because the bigger the leader become, the wiser the leader become, the polite, the respectful they become. The more polite, the more respectful, and they have the courage to take the calculated risk. They have courage. So for some statements, if we want to believe, we have to believe in this, that good characters build a strong trust. When people see that what you say, you do it, people believe you. People do not do what you say, people do what you do. কারণ দেখা যায় যে বস বললেন ডু নট টেক শর্টকাট, কিন্তু পরে দেখা গেল যে বস এই শর্টকাট নেয়। So people see, you will see the leaders in Bangladesh and in many countries, why people do not. আমাদের দেশে নেতা বললেই ভয় পায়, এইজন্য আমি আমার লিডারশিপ ট্রেনিং এ নেতা শব্দটা উচ্চারণ করি না, কারণ নেতা শব্দটার মিনিং ডিফারেন্ট আমাদের দেশে, রাইট? নেতা বললেই কেমন যেন একটা আতঙ্ক চলে আসে আমাদের মধ্যে। So trust is very important. Trust is glue. Character makes you bigger inside than outside, because leaders have to be stronger inside than outside. Character is the area that will face the greatest attack. Bill Gates was the wonderful president in the history of the United States. His time, America's কোনো debt ছিল না, কোনো ঋণ ছিল না, and his time jobs were very much available. People, companies are looking for people, but because of his one character flaw, people always talk about that. So leaders have to make sure that they're safeguarding their character, because that character is more important to the audience, to the followers, to the team members. So you have to make sure that you are exhibiting a clean character to your people. And only the strength of character will count in hard times. Good time, normal time, people don't need leader that much. একজন ভাই বললেন এখানে যে people need leaders when they have bad times, and you have to make yourself ready for bad times to help your team, and you have to show your face all the time when you are leading, and especially during the crisis time, right? So look at Andrew Cuomo, New York governor. He was the fantastic leader, fantastic governor, I know, but because of his character flaw, now he's thrown out. You guys read in the newspaper. But in the pandemic time, last year especially, worldwide, পৃথিবীতে মানুষজন ওনাকে ভবিষ্যতের আমেরিকার প্রেসিডেন্ট হিসেবে স্বপ্ন দেখা শুরু করেছিল, but because of his character flaw, his discrimination, his dealing with women in a negative way, now he completely thrown out into the garbage. Even president and all other his party people are telling him to resign. So character is very important for leader. So integrity is very important. So integrity, আমরা normally বুঝি honesty, right? But integrity is more than honesty. যে আমরা মাদার ইন মেনভিল একটা গল্প পড়েছিলাম ইন্টারমিডিয়েটে, আপনারা হয়তো মনে থাকবেন, জেরির গল্প, জেরি নামে একটা ছোট্ট ছেলে গল্প পড়েছিলেন। ওখানে এই ইন্টিগ্রিটি শব্দটা the writer explained very well, is that Jerry not only did what he's supposed to do, but Jerry did more than he's supposed to do. Jerry did three things. First thing is that জেরিকে ডাকাই হয়েছিল কাঠ কাটার জন্য. He not only chopped the wood, he collected wood for the writer so that in the winter time, during snow time, she get enough help. And also Jerry used to respect the writer so much, he actually envisioned put writer in his mother's position. So সেজন্য সে একটা মিথ্যা গল্প ফাঁদে যে মেনভিলে তার মা আছে। Say actually to get close at the writer. So Jerry was not only honest, he was more than honest. He was lovable. He was doing more than his responsibilities, and he was doing his responsibilities. So integrity means more than honesty. So do the thing. এটা হচ্ছে regular people. They go to the work and they do the thing according to the schedule. This is regular people do. This is manager do the thing right. কোনো জিনিস যদি গড়বড় হয়, ওকে এটা ঠিক করে ফেলো। But managers don't think beyond this. Manager, the leader হলে মনে করে যে okay, we have to fix it, but why that happened? How that happened? How can we make sure that this will not happen in future? Right? Leaders do not stop. So Newton জায়গায় হলে, আমরা হলে হয়তো অ্যাপলটা খেয়ে ফেলতাম আনন্দে, টপাটপ অ্যাপল পড়ছে খেয়ে ফেলতাম, but Newton had to ask question, why this apple is falling down, why is not going upward? Leaders question, leaders find out. So প্রথমটা হচ্ছে রেগুলার ফলোয়ার, সেকেন্ডটা হচ্ছে ম্যানেজার, থার্ড হচ্ছে গুড লিডার do the right thing. They don't do the thing right, they do right thing from the beginning. That's the good leader. But the great leaders say do the right thing right. This is great leader. So for first one is for regular people, second one is for manager, third one is for good leader, fourth one is for great leader, right? So do the thing right, do the right thing, do the right thing right. So now choice is yours, which one you are doing right now and which one you want to do. So এখানে একটা কার্টুন আছে যে একজন $35,000 সহ ওয়ালেট পেয়েছিল, সেটা ফেরত দিতে এসছে মহিলাটা। So why are you returning? Because it was just right thing to do. আমাদের একজন বাঙালি ট্যাক্সি ড্রাইভার নিউ ইয়র্কে, তখন সেক্রেটারি ক্লিনটন তখন সিনেটর ছিলেন। উনি প্রায় কয়েক কোটি টাকার সম্পত্তি পেয়েছিলেন। একটা পার্সের মধ্যে একটা মহিলা ভুল করে ফেলে গেছেন, বিকজ দেয়ার আর লটস অফ ডায়মন্ডস, ডলার্স, গোল্ড। এই ট্যাক্সি ড্রাইভার অনেকক্ষণ কষ্ট করে, 4 ঘন্টা কষ্ট করে ওই মহিলাকে খুঁজে বের করে এটা দিয়ে আসে। ওই মহিলা রিয়েলি সারপ্রাইজ হয়ে যায়। ওই মহিলা তাকে এভাবে অফার করে যে টেক এনিথিং ইউ ওয়ান্ট ফ্রম দ্য পার্স। হি সেড নো, দিস ইজ নট মাইন, আই হ্যাভ টু রিটার্ন ইট টু ইউ। তো বললো যে আমি তোমাকে কিছু দিতে চাই। তো ট্যাক্সি ড্রাইভার বললো যে যদি দিতে চাও, আমি যে 4 ঘন্টা পরিশ্রম করেছি তোমাকে খুঁজে পাওয়ার জন্য, ওই 4 ঘন্টা আমি ট্যাক্সি চালাতে পারিনি, ওই টাকাটাই আমাকে দাও। তো বললো যে কত টাকা তুমি আয় করো? বললো যে আমি $20 থেকে $25 আয় করি ঘন্টায়। তো ওই মহিলা তাকে $100 একটা নোট দেয় এবং সেটা নিয়ে সে চলে যায়। এই খবরটা পুরো ফলাও করে নিউজে আসে। তখন নিউ ইয়র্কের গভর্নর, নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটির মেয়র, হিলারি ক্লিনটন, সেনেটর, they all call him to the lunch, they give him certificate, and they really met him. So that's the right thing to do. The leaders always do the right thing, and leaders do the work from anywhere they are, that they don't have to be in leadership position. Okay, so the leadership character actually matters. So এই যে গাছটা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন, ক্যারেক্টার হচ্ছে রুট গুলো। If you don't have a strong root, wind আসলে, বিপদ আসলে গাছটা পড়ে যাবে। That's competence, that's the skill. Skill is not going to save you if your character is not strong, leadership character. So you have to make your root stronger to help your competence or skills thrive. এখন আমরা ক্যারেক্টার নিয়ে আলোচনাটা মোটামুটি শেষ করেছি। ক্যারেক্টারের পরে আপনার you have to have commitment. So commitment. So what is commitment? Commitment means you are committed to do something. You're dedicating, you are pledging to do something. You are loyal to the company. You are engaged. You are vowing to do something. You are very faithful. You are guaranteeing the bosses to do, you will do, and you are aligning with the people. You are taking oath, you are promising. So this is all commitment. You are committed to do the things. So the leaders are committed to uplifting people. আমাদের একজন ভাই এখানে বলেছিলেন মাঝখানে, or I forgot who said. So leaders are always uplifting people. So I'm showing my wife's picture over here. She is a sort of leader. She doesn't have a leadership position, but she is an ICU nurse in Yale Hospital, one of the best hospital in the world. When pandemic started, my wife had a choice to take care of the COVID patient or not. So she came home and she discussed with me. কারণ আমাদের ছোট একটা, তখন আমার son ছোট, so we could make an excuse to the hospital that my wife, she could make an excuse, I have little kid, I don't want to take care of the COVID patient, and hospital would accept it. So when she talked to me, I said, no, you are going to take care of COVID patients. So then I explained to her, one day your kids will grow up and they will discuss about this COVID-19 pandemic, and they will know that you are a coward, you ran away when people needed you most. So go and show your leadership. Even if you die, still you will die gloriously. Your children will be always proud of you. And she really became happy on that, and she started taking care of COVID patients, and Allah was with us and nothing happened to us. So I am committed to change people, because what I know, my wife is applying what she knows. I am applying what I know. I want to help people. I'm committed to change the world by teaching leadership. So এখানে আমি আমাদের অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট করছি না, আমি পার্সোনাল স্টোরি বলতে পছন্দ করি, এই জন্য বলছি। Now you have something to offer. So be committed to offer that to the people, so that people get a leader in any parts of the corner of the society of the world. So you have to be committed. Now, look at this picture. We talked about character. Left side is a character, right side a commitment. We already talked about it. Now come to the competence. যেটাকে আমরা normally skill বলি, but বেশিরভাগ ম্যানেজারের শুধু স্কিল আছে, একদম বটমে আছেন, skill analyzing, decision making, communicating, getting things, all these things. But the leader has more competencies than the managers. Leader can use the best judgment. Leader has understanding. Leader has really purified good concepts, knowledge. Leader has people competencies. They are people leader. Leader has organizational competencies. Leader has business competencies. Leader has strategic competencies. And it all makes leader intellectual. So এই পেজের মধ্যে যা কিছু সব দেখছেন এগুলো মিলে একজন ট্রু লিডার হয়। So you guys probably got the definition of leadership now, right? We're going to talk about definition of leadership, but you got what leaders, how leaders become leaders. So leaders have to have a character, leaders have to have a commitment, leaders have to have competencies. These three things together, a leader makes himself a leader. Otherwise, the manager কোনজন শুধু ওই যে নিচে স্কিল দেখছেন না, that's what managers know, and managers know. But a leader knows all these things, and everything, this competence, all these three of the competence, actually the main foundation is your character and your commitment. যেমন আপনি 6 ইঞ্চি গাঁথুনি দিয়ে মাটির মধ্যে যদি এম্পায়ার স্টেট বিল্ডিং বানানোর স্বপ্ন দেখেন, it's gonna be wrong. So before you think about your competences, you have to think about your character and commitment. These are very, very, very important. And I hope you learned something new today, is that or thinking differently, that what leadership is supposed to be. So make a pledge in yourself what you